It began with a promise. A world without war, without division, without misunderstanding. For centuries, humans had fought over what they saw, what they believed, what they knew to be true. But what if there was no longer a need to argue? No longer a reason for conflict? The answer came in the form of the thought cloud, a revolutionary neuro-synthetic sheath encasing the planet, designed to grant every human a 360-degree perspective. The ability to comprehend every viewpoint, every argument, every possible truth. Dr. Vedant Iyer, the lead scientist behind the project, addressed the world through a final broadcast. His voice, calm yet resolute, carried the weight of history.
Conflict arises from a single flaw, limited perception. No two humans see the world the same way. And where there is difference, there is division. But no more. Today, the thought cloud activates. For the first time, every human mind will hold all possible perspectives. You will see the world through every lens, at every angle, in perfect harmony. With complete understanding, there will be no misunderstanding. With no misunderstanding, there will be no war.
The countdown began. 6, 5, 4, 3. A ripple, unseen, unheard. And yet, in an instant, the world changed. First, the change was imperceptible. A heated debate at a tea stall in Mumbai dissolved into quiet nods of agreement. A political argument in Delhi's parliament froze as leaders blinked at each other in stunned silence, suddenly seeing the merit in every side. Across continents, across languages, perspectives wove together seamlessly. In Chennai, Maya Krishnan, a writer and former professor, sat in her study, reading a newspaper. She turned the page. The articles, the reports, she understood them instantly. Not just the words, but the deeper context, the intentions behind them, the reasoning of every perspective involved. It was peaceful. Too peaceful. Something was missing. The realization spread slowly, like ink bleeding through paper. In Varanasi, Pandit Raghav Sen flipped through his sacred scriptures. The words were there. He knew them. But the act of reading, of following a sentence, of deciphering meaning, was slipping. The words weren't being read. They were simply understood, effortlessly, as if appearing in his mind fully formed. In Kolkata, an old poet, Devi Mukherjee, sat before a blank page, pen trembling in her hand. She had spent a lifetime crafting words, shaping them, giving them rhythm. But now, she knew what she wanted to say. But the words would not come. In Bangalore, Vedant Iyer, the man who had promised peace, stood in front of a global newsfeed. He read the articles. Every language, every headline, every voice, merged into one seamless comprehension. But the words themselves, they were fading. No worse. They were becoming irrelevant. Across the world, poets, linguists, teachers, and children struggled with the same growing void. They could grasp meaning, they could feel the essence of things, but the words, the very structure of language, was disintegrating. It was the children who noticed first. In a quiet home in Berlin, a little girl sat with a crayon in her fist, staring at the blank page before her. She had drawn the sun, the sky, the people, but now she hesitated. She had wanted to write her name. But what was a name? She turned to her mother, confusion clouding her face. "Mama, what is a word?" The woman opened her mouth, to explain, to comfort, but no sound came. No words formed. The idea was there, the knowledge, the meaning. But the words were gone. She clutched her throat, horror dawning as she realized the truth. Across the world, the same silent realization rippled through poets, teachers, parents, and children. There were no more words. There were no more names. There was only understanding. And the vast, boundless silence of a world that could never speak again. Because language is not needed. For there is need for neither expression nor disagreement. There were no more words. So all of a sudden all the languages of the world simply disappeared.